excited. All right. Great evening, everyone. As you know, we typically do this call. We typically do an overview for the company, but I think Mondays we're starting off doing leadership training today. And I'm so fired up and excited because the person that we're going to bring to, he's so qualified to teach us his blueprint on how to really be successful and create momentum inside of our company. And listen, sometimes we can overthink this thing. And what I mean by that is sometimes I need this and I need that. And you think about all these elaborate things that you need because you want to create multiple six-figure income or multiple seven-figure income for the go-go getters that are out there. And sometimes it's just really simple. And you just got to hear from someone who's already done it. Okay. And so I don't want this to be about me at all. Okay. So I'm going to bring up our speaker really, who is going to show us how he got to where he is today. All right. And listen, I've been posting the group all day long, showing you guys what this leader has done inside the space, inside the industry. And through some talks, I've realized, listen, not only did he become successful in his own right and really make a lot of money in the industry. See, it's cool when you can do it on your own, but they say you're not really rich or wealthy until you help other people do it too. And this man right here, it's some of the greatest names in the MLM industry, y'all. Okay. He has been their mentors. And now I get it because I see these individuals and they've made millions in the industry. And one thing I've always learned about the MLM industry and what I love about direct sales is it's simple. When you find someone who has what you want, you attach yourself to them, you copy. This is the only space that you can literally copy everything that they do, from what they say on the phone calls to the way that they speak, okay, to their tempo, and you can make money the same. See, I've been in this industry now 11 years, and I have the privilege to have some amazing mentors in my corner. And I'm so grateful when I partner with Jifu, okay? Well, I always say when I partner with Jifu, okay, when I put on this cap here, okay, I got a mentor that was already built in. Okay. And I'm so grateful. Listen, this man has made a lifetime earnings of over 35 million in the industry, y'all. He is number 24, and he has been in the top 50 for the past 15 years of doing this. He's helped so many other folks. Okay. I'm not even forget multiple six figures. He's helped so many other folks create a multiple seven-figure net worth income. Okay. And if you don't understand that, listen, when you get to attach yourself to something like that, I really need you guys take out your pens and paper, get ready, be attentive. Okay, don't think it's going to be anything crazy. He's going to give you the step-by-step blueprint on what he did to become successful. Okay, and he's done it in multiple companies. And now today, most of you who are hopping on this call, you're a part of his organization. You are partners with him, just like you're partners with me. And I'm excited to get the blueprint as well, too. Okay, and so married, happily married, you know, beautiful children. I believe he just had a college graduate, I believe, this week as well, too. I did too. And so successful husband, okay, successful father, successful businessman. And not only does he wear a cap here in the MLM space, he wears a cap in other business spaces too, and he's very successful at doing it. He is killing it in the real estate game, killing it in the insurance space, killing it in the MLM space. So I want to introduce you guys to none other than my mentor, okay, multiple seven-figure earner, top income earner in the entire industry here, Mr. Calvin Becerra. I know you're on the call here. Are you able to unmute yourself?
Bro, you hear me, right? I'm good?
Man, got you loud and clear, man.
I've also been killing the gym, as I've seen you have too, bro. So you motivate you every day. I know
We're there.
So good to see you. You know, when our bodies are right, our minds are right. I just treat my body like a temple because I need to feel good every single day. So when I look good, I feel good, and I perform at my peak. I'm just telling you that right now. So for those of you that are on, welcome to the call. We hope to be giving you guys incredible value every Monday night, whether it's myself, whether it's Randy or Wanda or whatever leader wants to step up to the plate and really give value, you know. But they got to be the people that are actually putting in the work, getting results. And if you aren't getting results, then keep practicing until you hit pay dirt, because all of us had to go through that as well. So for those of you guys that are on, I'm going to check it out. Don't be shy. Don't hide behind your cameras. You know, the motivation that I get to be able to deliver to you guys, I want to see you guys. Like, I mean, it's already bad enough that we can't be in person right now. But when you're on Zoom, hiding behind your name and just a black background, man, it's not very motivating. And you got to put yourself out there if you want to be successful. I'm just telling you that right now. So when we do these Zooms, try your best to just show your face. I don't care if you're in your pajamas. I don't care if you got your curlers in your hair or you just pulled your extensions out. It doesn't matter to me. All right. We're all one team, one family. So just jump on. I want to see you guys. When I turn on the gallery view, I just want to see all of you guys' faces. So that's number one. So good to see you guys that are showing face. I've been in this incredible industry for almost 20 years now. You know, Randy said it himself. I am happily married to my wife, Shannon. We have 4 beautiful children together. One of them's in college. That's my stepson, Caden. He goes to the University of Alabama. Roll Tide, right? I'm a USC graduate down here in Southern California. So Trojans, but that's a pretty cool school. So I'm glad he's happy. He's happy over there, having fun, you know, enjoying his college career. So, but my little girls, I think my prayers, they go to USC down here in Southern California. So, you know, so we're raising really good kids who've been growing up around their parents who met each other in this industry. I met my wife in network marketing. I was 7 years old, and I saw her at a meeting, you know, and I knew that one day she'd be my wife, to tell you the truth. And we met at a church event, and the rest was history. But she was very successful in this industry, and to tell you the truth, you guys, she made the ultimate sacrifice for me because she kind of walked away from this industry to build my family. And that's real. I really wanted her to focus on the kids, focus on their school. I wanted them to be involved in sports like no other. I wanted them to be involved like crazy, you know. Now she's stepping back in to help them promote my business and everything. But now our kids are a little bit older, which is cool. But they grew up in this industry, watching me speak on stages around the world. They watched me inspire and motivate people in our own home. They listen to me do calls on the car rides when I'm onboarding a brand new teammate, or whether I'm just speaking life into somebody who's trying to run for a huge rank. They listen to it. And the cool thing is that when you have your kids around you in this business, they really do pay attention, and it rubs off on them, and it becomes them one day. You start to see the way they talk to their friends. You start to see the way that they rally up their teammates when they're in sports. My daughter, she's a captain of the cheerleading team. She just got the Team Heart Award. And my wife shared her little team chat she has before they had the World Championships in Disney World, and she was like coaching them. She gave this huge little speech that she threw on the chat before they went out and competed. She like pumped them up, told her how much she believed in them and how they were going to do their best today and to give it their all. And like, dude, no kid can just do that unless they grow up around it. I'm just being honest with you. So they pay attention to our words, the way we speak to each other in our home and outside of our home, the way we speak to our friends and our teammates. So I'm talking to you about that because that is priceless. That's worth more than like any commission check I can get on a weekly basis. You know, when you first started network marketing, you dream of, you know, of the success you can have and the lifestyle you can build for your family and for yourself. But once you have it, once your bills are paid, right? Once you don't have any more stress, you know, everything after that is just money in the bank, or just you investing in other things and throwing your money away here and trying stuff here. I'm just being honest with you. Once your bills are paid, you're rich. I mean, to be honest with you, everyone has their own idea of rich. And the truth is that we just don't want to stress anymore. We want our kids in the best schools. We want all of our bills paid. We want to live comfortably. We want to wake up with no stress. That's the truth about it. I don't need to make $100 million. I don't need to be a billionaire. I don't need to make $1 million a month inside of Jifu, even though you can in the comp plan. I don't need any of that, right? I just want to make sure that my son's college is paid for. My kids are in the best private schools, that my wife can spend on whatever she needs to spend money on. And I could travel around the world and go help my teams. That's it. I'm living the life that way. So network marketing has provided me that option, you know, and the reality is I put in a lot of hard work, right? Everything that you guys will go through, are going through, and will have to go through, I already went through it, and I still go through it. Getting rejected, talking to 20 people in a row and showing the plan and having nobody join me, to be honest with you. Okay. Talking to 5 people and having all 5 join me, right? Enrolling 10 people and to have all 10 people do nothing, and more than half of them are gone 90 days from now. But then to enroll another 10, and 3 of the 10 are big time leaders and will change my life over the next 3 to 5 years. So it's just, me going out and giving a presentation and losing my words in the middle of it, forgetting what to say, and then me giving the absolute best presentation the next time going out. I mean, I can't tell you like all these things that I have to go through. Me, getting someone interested and then them having a question and stumping me with their question, and me getting so nervous that I kind of back my way out of the whole deal there, or me just talking about my opportunity and then over talking too much, right? Talking my way into the sale and then right out of the sale at the same time, right? It's everything that we have to experience in life to get better at whatever we're doing. Everybody that is really good at whatever it is they're good at stunk at it to begin with. They were really bad at first. They put their time in, right? They put their practice in, they put their hours in, they became good. And I'm not just talking about network marketing. I'm talking about me learning how to play baseball, me learning how to play the trombone, right? In fourth grade, and then becoming a part of the marching band, me playing flag football, the tackle football, trying to learn all the plays, playing for a national championship high school in Northern California, learning their playbook under Coach Lattiser at De La Salle High School. I mean, I'm just saying, like, going off on my own for the first time without my mom there, going to college on my own, trying to figure things out, paying bills for the first time, having a car payment, all these things, right? I'm just saying we all have to go through everything. And this business is no different. It's like you started a new job, you started a new career path, you started, on your degree, right? And you know absolutely nothing to begin with. You aren't gonna have success next week or next month, right? People go to school 4, 8, and 12 years to be able to get a degree so they can have a career. They don't go to school for their first semester and think, oh, now where's the money? No, they got 3.5, they got 3 3/4 more school left. And some of them got another 4 years after that, and another 8 years after that before they even start collecting a paycheck. Yet in this business, people want instant gratification. They want yesterday results. It doesn't happen unless you already came in this business prepared, right? Unless you already have this incredible network and you already understand sales and people believe in you and you're this success story and you walk into this business already that girl or that guy. Of course, people are going to gravitate towards you and they say, Andrew, what do you got working on now? What can I join now with you? Where's your link? Dude, that doesn't happen until you've arrived, until you've got there, right? So of course, I become a part of Jifu and people are fighting for my link to join. That's the reality of it. But what about the 18 years before Jifu, right? What about my year 1 through 4 when I had to build my first company in Montevideo? I was a 25-year-old nobody. Nobody knew who I was. I was learning from these 35, 40, 45, 50-year-olds who've been in the industry 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And I'm just listening to every word. I'm taking notes like crazy. That's right. Right? The overnight success comes over the course of many, 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 many nights. You're right. Overnight success does happen after one night, but it's the very last night. That's the very last night before it comes. All right. But I've had many nights. And if I can play you the true story of my life, I think it'd be a really good movie, because you'd see me, right, as a kid growing up with a single mom, living in the projects, moving to a brand new apartment house or townhouse or condominium or project home every single year, changing schools every single year of my life, knocking on doors after school every day to wash cars and do yard work, to help old people carry their groceries from the grocery store to their car, Christmas time, climbing dead oak trees, cutting down mistletoe so I can put them into bunches to sell them in front of the grocery store so we can have money to buy Christmas presents at Christmas time, right? Standing on the corner of the church every other Sunday to get powdered milk and cheese and a bag of groceries. Like, dude, to listen to my mom tell me every single day that you and your brother are going to be something when you grow up. You're going to be the first ones in our family to graduate college. You're going to buy your mom a house, right? Always told us that every day, where we believed it. And when we got to 15 years old, we were smart enough as 2 young boys, twin boys, me and my brother Brandon, to realize that if we got to go to college to fulfill mom's dream, we got to go to a good high school. We can't go to John Sweat here in Crockett or Richmond High School, right? Dangerous Minds, right? So I'm just saying, like, we can't go there. Where are we going to go? We found the best private high school, all boys Catholic high school called De La Salle. It was only probably 40 minutes away by car, but about 3 to 4 hours away, bus and BART train, subway. And we didn't have a car. So we figured it out. We took the placement exam at De La Salle. We passed. Me and my brother went and applied at every job you can think of in town. We worked 3 jobs a day to go to De La Salle. You guys, we were 15 years old, all the way to 18. We were janitors in the morning. at Far West Collection Agency. I remember the name of the company, the office building. We had to clean the toilets and empty the garbage cans and vacuum and mop and dust the desk of all the employees and all the corporate team. Then we went to school, did our homework in the library or in the bus. In the bus and the train, usually we slept because we only got about 4 hours at home every night before we had to wake up again and do it all over again. We'd go to school, do all that stuff, go to sports practice, and then we go to Exxon gas station at night from about 5 to about 8 o'clock at night and clean up after all the mechanics left Exxon. We'd fix flat tires, we'd change oil, we'd clean up the bays after the mechanics left, and then we go to Applebee's at night from 8 to 11 right across the parking lot, and we were hosts where we sat people at their seats. We got paid 3 checks every 2 weeks from 3 jobs. We took them straight to De La Salle and we signed the back of the check, paid in the order of De La Salle High School. We gave them to the registrar, right, in the accounting department, and we paid for our school. And we took the bus and the train back home. Late at night, we'd run our asses off to the Pleasant Hill BART station to get the last train home. There'd be no buses that late at night. Okay, and in the morning to our first job, we would save 10 cents instead of taking the bus, because at the end of the month, we'd have about $5 extra. Okay, and that $5 extra was important to us. And we'd run to our first job, like two miles to our first job. And then at night, when we run to the Pleasant Hill BART, that was 3 miles. 5 miles of running every day with heavy backpacks on. You see your kids coming home from school, those big ass backpacks. Remember, that was us. That was you guys. So those extra miles that we ran paid off because me and my brother were track stars in high school too. And after a year, 2 years, 3 years, those 5 extra miles a day turned into state champions, league champions in long distance running. Crazy, right? And we got full ride scholarships to college because of that. So we paid our high school and they got full ride scholarships, over $250,000 scholarship to go to college. We graduated here in Southern California. That's how I ended up down here. We bought our mom a home in San Diego. We take care of her. Yesterday was Mother's Day. It was an amazing day. And she doesn't have to ever work again, you know, because she believed in us and she told us, she instilled a dream in us. And because of how we grew up, it turned us into who we are, you know. And I graduated from college and I wanted to be rich, because I had to take care of my mom. So it wasn't about what job was I got to do. If I could pick a job, I would have been a police officer, to tell you the truth. You know, I wanted to be an officer in the Marine Corps. So thank you for your service, Randy, Air Force. And I remember I took the test on September after 9/11. And then my dad told me, I met my dad when I went to college. He was a retired Inglewood police officer. And I wanted to have that relationship with my dad I didn't have. And when I took the test for officer school, my dad said, no, you're not going. Because the officers are the first ones to go, to be killed in action, you know. And it was me, my brother, and my friend J-Rod, and he flew helicopters for the Marines. And my dad was right, because he got killed on his first tour in Afghanistan. He was delivering blood to Fallujah on his last flight, his last day. He was the youngest pilot, Randy, to get invited to the Top Gun school. Crazy, right? And they did a huge story on him called Chopper Down. And anyways, it was sad, but we graduated and I wanted to be rich. So all I thought was real estate. I went to a real estate office. A couple guys gave me a chance. I knew nothing about it. I sat in the back of the office on a desk and listened to everybody on the phones. I took notes and I learned the language of their business. And within 2 years, I became a millionaire inside of real estate and mortgage banking. I was almost 23 years old. You know, and first in my family that ever become a millionaire, that's when I bought my mom a house. And I really built up my confidence. I built up my speaking skills. To tell you the truth, a lot of my sales skills came from door knocking as an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old, knocking on doors, talking to people, like, you know, offering services, selling whatever, you know, skill sets me and my brother had. So like, imagine starting this industry after the market crashed in 2007. I got out of real estate and a neighbor invited me to a meeting to come hear about network marketing, you guys. That's how I'm here. And imagine me getting involved in this industry, not knowing anything about it, but seeing these people like you're kind of seeing today. This guy's a millionaire. Seeing these people who are millionaires. I was like, I was a millionaire in real estate, but that was a lot of hard work, right? And but I remember this girl, Holly Roush, on this video. She said, I'm making over $1 million a year in my company. And I enrolled 44 people to have a team of 4,000 underneath me. And I was like, what? I was like, what do they even do? But I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. And then I saw another story of like a 60-year-old couple who were millionaires in that company. I was like, if they can do it, I can do it. And then I saw him and I saw her and I was like, dude, what do these people do? And I got involved and I saw what they did, which I'm going to talk to you about here tonight. Simple stuff. And I thought to myself, like, dude, I knew I was going to be a millionaire in this business. And the reality is that I walked in to this industry with a lot of life experience, to tell you the truth, right? So you can't compare yourself to the person sitting next to you. Okay, it doesn't matter that you started on the same day. Okay, what really matters is their story, and all of us have a different story. Some of us are starting to write our story right now, and some of us started writing their story at 8 years old. So don't compare yourself to anybody, because I really believe that God gives us his own journey for each of us, and he starts us at whenever he believes that we're ready. He wanted me, I believe that God wanted me just to be a testimony for other young people, and to be able to be a testimony here for you guys. And the reality is that it's not up to us, it's really up to a higher power. And all you need to do is just develop some skill sets, right? Focus on learning new things, have fun with the business, go out and do the things that you're supposed to be doing and get better at it. And when it's your time, it will be given to you. That's the reality. But we all come with different skill sets and different life experiences. When I started this business in 2006, 2007, I didn't know what would happen. I just knew that it would happen. I didn't know when it would happen. I knew that it would happen. I wanted it to come as quickly as possible. So I just wasn't afraid to put in the work. I wasn't afraid to get beat up. I wasn't afraid to get rejected. I wasn't afraid of messing up. And if there's anything that I realized I wasn't good at, I went to work on those things. The first thing I realized was I wasn't good at public speaking. What I'm doing right now, I could have never done before. What I'm doing right now is because I've done this freaking a million times now in the last 18 years, and you guys will too. But right, it's already done. It's already mine. I always say that to myself every day. It's already done. It's already mine. It's already done. It's already mine. It's already done. It's already mine. Whatever my goals are, whatever's in front of me, it's already done. It's already mine. I tell myself that, and then I just go to work, and I believe it, right? And that's important. But when I was brand new, you know, I was just I identified the things I wasn't really good at, and then I went to work on those things. So public speaking, I wasn't good at. And so what did I do? I found a public speaking seminar in Riverside, California, like 30 minutes from me on a Saturday and Sunday, paid $800 to go there. And I went to that public speaking seminar for 2 days. I mean, what can you possibly learn in 2 days, right? You're not going to be an expert, but the reality was I took the class. So guess what happens when we take a class? We, as human beings, qualify ourselves now. We feel qualified now, because what we do to ourselves is disqualify ourselves from success. This is why it's not for it. This is why it's not going to happen for me. This is why I'm not qualified. We always find reasons to disqualify ourselves, and we hold ourselves back. We do it to ourselves. It's called self-sabotage. We don't deserve success. We believe it. We'll find any reason to believe why we aren't here and why we can't do it, but he can, or why she can, but why we can't. So instead, go qualify yourself, right? Go work on those things. So I went to this class for 2 days, and I learned like how to make eye contact, how to tell my story, which was pretty cool. You know, a few things over those 2 days. They recorded us. I got a little better from day 1 to day 2. I noticed that. But really, when I left that, I felt qualified now to speak because I took the class. I wasn't scared anymore. I wasn't embarrassed, because what I knew was when I stood in front of a room full of people, or in front of a Zoom full of people, or in front of a room full of 3 or 4 of my friends, they didn't take the class like I did. So I could speak on it. That's how you feel. I swear to you, like, pay for a course, pay for a masterclass, whatever it is you need to do, right? And do it. And it could be posting on social media. I mean, there's a class for everything. Go on YouTube, okay? Because YouTube University is the best university on the planet, all right? Everything's on there. That's right, Josh. Toastmasters. One of my top guys went to Toastmasters. And that's what it is. But YouTube is the university of whatever you want it to be, right? Take a course, take a class, watch all the videos, and be like, in 3 or 4 hours, you know more than 99% of people on whatever it is you're trying to learn. In 3 or 4 days, you're light years ahead of people. So just go learn as much as you can and build that confidence and qualify yourself. You do deserve it all right? So I did those things, and I just went to work. And you know, I became the youngest millionaire in my first network marketing company in 8 months. And don't ask me how I did it. I really, when people ask me like, how'd you become a millionaire so quickly in your first company? Like the reality is that there was no answer, because even though I was a millionaire, I still looked up to all the millionaires. I still wasn't that guy in my head. You know, I'd only been in 8 months. I was still green. Yeah, I was a millionaire because all the volume came in and we did a ton of meetings. Of course, when the volume's there, you hit any rank. And that's it. Go do volume. Go build business. Go motivate people. Like there's 24 hours a day. How many meetings can you do today? Most people aren't willing to do one today. I already did one yesterday. I'm taking the day off. Like, come on, to be honest, I wasn't that guy. I wanted success, you guys. And the reality is that I'm one of those guys that when my back's up against the wall, I work harder than anything. Like when you know, in 2007, the economy crashed. Like I lost my houses, I lost my cars, I had to bankrupt. I was a millionaire. So when I lost that all, I was like, I need to get it all back. So I went to work. My back was against the wall and I went to work. Some of us need to lose some shit in order to go out there and make some shit happen. Right. And some of us just go make it happen. I'm one of the guys that needs to lose something to be able to go run hard. And then that's what it is. Some of you guys are relating to me, right? But and I made it happen. But you know, when people ask me, I always went back to my story. They're like, how'd you hit millionaire? How'd you hit Black Diamond in 8 months? My response would be, I've been working on that since I was 8 years old. It didn't take me 8 months. Okay. The things that I just did over the last 8 months, I've built my entire life up to that point. Prospecting, like literally knocking on doors as an 8-year-old. I wasn't afraid to call every person on my list. I wasn't afraid to go introduce myself to my neighbors in my neighborhood, to invite them to my meeting on Thursday night. Right? I wasn't afraid of that stuff because I've done that my whole life. So there's a difference. It's not like, how fast did he do it? Why did I do it that fast? Well, you have a different story. Like, let's listen to his story, then you tell me yours. Not the same, right? And then the other thing was when people would come up to me and tell me when they joined and where they're at, and they'd be discouraged on why they're at where they're at, I just ask them one question: show me your calendar, and I'll show you why. That was the easiest way to get someone to realize, oh yeah, that's why. I swear to you, show me your calendar. Right. So what I want to do right now with you guys is I want to share with you something I put together with you tonight. It's simple. If you know anything about me, everything is simple. Like I'm not trying to create presentations to put you guys in awe or to inspire you. Right. That's what most successful people do in every company. They're trying to show off who they are. Okay. They're coming in the nice suits, driving up in their Lamborghinis, giving you the best speech you've ever heard in your lifetime. And then they leave you feeling like, well, that's why he's successful. I can't do that. I never want that. I want everyone to be like, well, if he can do it, I can do it. Like, look what he did. He kept it simple. And that's how you'll always see me. That's how I've always been. So let me share this with you guys. All right. Can you guys see that? Thumbs up. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Janita. Appreciate you. Okay. So check it out. So simple, duplicatable, predictable. Okay. Keep it simple. All right. You want this business to really be like, it's obvious how you build this business. There's no secrets. Literally, you got travel, you got health and wellness products, and you got education. Go share those things with people. If you want to know what to share with people, what is their lifestyle like? Share the things that match who they are, match their lifestyle. Find some common ground with them before they see other stuff, right? So simple, duplicatable, predictable. Keep it simple. That's really what it is, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You want this to be something like you enjoy doing. Some of you guys got full-time jobs. Some of you guys can do this full-time, right? That's the difference too. Okay. From the start to the finish line of where you want to go, everyone's going to run a different time, depending upon your pace. It's not you against him or you against her. It's you against you. That's all. It's all that matters. Okay. But obviously success loves speed. So if you want to go far, you want to go fast, you want to go quick, right? It's right there in front of you, right? The difference between someone who works full-time or someone who full-time at this or someone who works part-time is just the amount of hours they're willing to sacrifice. Both of them can be equally successful. For me, when I started in network marketing, I owned my own mortgage company and real estate company. I went to work every day and I did this business at night. And on the weekends, when I didn't have to go to work, I did this business all day and night. That's the reality. I'm just telling you the truth. It's just a sacrifice. And if you have a family, you have kids, you have to come and do an agreement with them. You have to plan this with them. For the next year, I'm putting my head down for us. This is what it means for us. This is what it looks like when I accomplish my goal. This is where we're going. This is what's in it for you. Like, make them a part of your dream, a part of your sacrifice. Like you had an agreement at the very beginning. They're on board with you, right? When you do this without their approval, without their sign off, without them knowing what's in it for them, they're always going to be against you. Okay. And that's the hardest thing when you're trying to build a business and your family's against you. The people in your own home are against you. Okay. You got to make them a part of it. Make them a part of why you're doing this and what's in it for them when you have success here at whatever level. Okay. But let's talk about it. And I'm just going to literally, one second, guys. I just want to make sure I don't lose you guys on here. My Zoom. I want to see you guys again. Okay, let me put your pics up real quick. There you are. View, gallery. Okay, see all you guys on there. All right, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, there you are. Okay, good. So I'm walking you literally through what I built and how I built it. Okay, that's what I'm walking through. It's super simple, you guys. I'm walking you through this thing. All right. So the first thing that I realized I needed in order to have success was a calendar, because my success was predicated and determined by what that calendar looked like every single month. And at the end of the month, when I looked at my paycheck and I looked at the calendar, the numbers showed me, the calendar showed me why my numbers were the way they looked. Okay. And when the numbers weren't the way I wanted them to look, my calendar also showed me that as well. Like and also I want you to know this. Okay. There's a difference between being productive and being busy. Okay. Because everyone can fill up their calendar every day with busy work, but unless you're productive, you'll make no money. Okay. Just listen to that right there, because a lot of people, they have to experience that first in order to get it. Okay. There's a difference between being busy and being productive. Okay. Busy work, doing your webinars every day, jumping on the team calls, jumping on the team trainings. You need to do that. But remember, that counts as busy work. That's where you learn everything. That's where you practice everything. The productive work are in the income generating activities. All right. You showing the plan to new prospects, prospecting and inviting is the productive work. Enrolling people, right? So just remember, productivity and being busy. You don't want to be the person that's always broken busy. Okay? Because most people are like that in our industry. Right? And once you realize it, you just adjust. Change the things you're doing to change the things you're getting. That's the reality. So your calendar, okay? Show me your calendar and I'll show you your future. I should put on here, show me your calendar and I'll show you your paycheck. All right? So your calendar. For me, I treated this thing like it was my job. I didn't treat it like it was a hobby. Okay? I know that hobbies cost us money. They don't make us money. Since when have you ever had a hobby that made you money? All right? Right? Some people might be like, well, I have one thing. No, most hobbies, they don't make us money. They cost us money. We do them for fun. We know they're going to cost us money. It's something we love doing. That's why it's our hobby. We don't expect it to change our life, to build our dream home, to retire my wife, to bring your husband home from work. Right? Those are hobbies. Okay, so when I decided to do this as a business on the side of my job, I treated it like my job, my second job. That's how I treated it. Monday through Friday, okay? Or even Monday through Sunday. I treated it like I showed up to work every day, at least 5 days a week. I showed up to work every day, at least 5 days a week. And I knew that this job was a sales job. Why do I say it's a sales job? Because when people enroll, they're buying something. You just sold a package, and you make money when something sells, and you make money when there are sales in your organization. So if I show up to work every day and it's my job, the only way I'm going to keep my job is if I make sales. I know that. Has anyone here ever had a sales job? Right? I think a lot of people have. Yes, exactly, right? You can't keep your job unless you make sales. And you know how many sales you need every week. Your supervisors are telling you when you're picking up the phone and dialing, you know how many appointments you need to set, and you know that some of those appointments need to lead to sales so you can keep your job and keep feeding your family. And so and eventually you realize what's going to keep me here. Okay, this many appointments and this many signups is going to keep me here at this job. Some people will just operate at that level. Some people will go above and beyond because they want more than just paying their bills. They want to change their life at this job. They're using this as a stepping stone to the next thing they're going to graduate to. Okay, but most people aren't operating to lose their job. They're operating to keep their job. You have to treat this business the same way. Are you operating to keep your job? If Jifu were your job, what would be the job requirements? If you were hired today by Jifu, what would they require of you? What are the standards here? Okay, if it were your job, well, let's just answer those questions. If this were real, because it really is real. If it were your job, how many days a week would you have to show up? 5, for sure, 5 days a week. Okay, how many days a week are you showing up for your job? Even though it's not technically your job. If you say 2, 3, 1, of course you're fired. You shouldn't even make any money. And you can't even say you've been here for however many months you've been here because it doesn't count. Right? It's not about the days. It's not about the days that you put in to the weeks. It's about the hours you put into your days. That's the reality about it. Okay. So like for example, me and Randy could have started Jifu on the same day, and a year from now, I could be a presidential diamond and Randy could be a director. And he could be like, dude, I don't understand. I've been here. We signed up on the same day, Calvin. Like, why am I not succeeding like you? The difference between us is I put more hours into my days than he did. I put more days into my weeks than he did. Right? So just think of those things. It's not the same. Everybody has a join date, but not everybody has a start date. I'll tell you that right now. Okay? Everybody has a join date, but not everybody has a start date. So the day you decide to get started is when you go to work on this thing. You show up 5 days a week. If you're part-time, 5 days a week at this many hours. If you're full-time, 5 days a week at this many hours. All right? And those hours are full of busy work and productive work, both, or working on yourself. It doesn't just have to be Jifu stuff. It could be like, I'm going to a personal development seminar. I'm going to public speaking seminar. Like, what are you putting, how many hours are you putting into your business? This is your other business, okay? People jumping in the room. People must be sending out messages. Jump on this training right now. This is the fire. All right, so, but again, I treated my business like it was my job, and it paid me like a job. It paid me like one, all right? I didn't treat this like a hobby, right? When you treat your network marketing business like a hobby, it will always cost you money. You're always the one that says, man, there goes another 165. There goes another 165, right? Most people that speak that way aren't even using the services that they're paying for. All right. Because if you're using the services, even without doing this stuff I'm training you on tonight, you're making money for the stuff you learn there. You don't even need to do what I'm teaching you tonight. You don't need to build a team or do anything. You're in a company that has this educational platform where they're literally teaching you how to print money doing their stuff. So at least do that. If anything, and nothing will ever cost you money. But again, your calendar, treat your business like it were your job. If Jifu were your job and you were hired today, what would be required of you? How many days would you need to show up? What did you get hired, part-time or full-time? How many hours is that? Write those hours down on a piece of paper. You don't need to necessarily show up Monday through Friday. You can work the 3-day shift. I'm working 3 12s. You can work 4 10s. Okay? You can work 2 20s if you want, 2 15s. You just knew these are the hours that I'm committing to my job, and I already got them done. I put my time in, right? You can work overtime, 2 days a week, whatever you want to do, or you can evenly space it out. But what is that required? Also, put the requirements down. Put the job description. How many sales would I need to make each week to keep my job? Because some of you might hit that sale And you don't even need to put in the next 10 hours. You're done for the week. Now you're just focused on this new person, onboarding them, getting them set up, right? Helping them, teaching them the 5-step system, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But what is that? The reality is that in this business, it's not the same as at your job. The requirements are not as demanding inside of network marketing, to be honest with you. You literally can enroll, literally can make 40 sales this year and be financially free. Is that crazy? You can't do that at your job. Think about that. You can make 40 sales this year and be financially free. Literally enroll 40 people, okay? And 5 of those people could treat this like a business, plug into everything we're doing, not even talk to you again, and you can be financially free because they're plugging into us. It's crazy. So, but how many sales are required? The reality is, I'm going to tell you the recipe for success, okay? Every 90 days, you should be making 10 sales. You should be sponsoring 10 people. You're going to say, Calvin, that's crazy. Like at my job, I'd be gone. Think about that. Every 3 months, you're enrolling 10 people. Oh my, that sounded scarier, right? Think about it. It's all in the way we say things to ourselves. Every 3 months, sign 10 people. What sounds better? Every 12 weeks, enroll 10 people. Still sounds a little hard to me. What's that? Every 90 days, sponsor 10. Every 90 days, I speak to myself, so I believe myself. I make the numbers as big as I can. I'm not every quarter sponsor 10 people, every 3 months sponsor 10 people. In my head, even though that's something easy, I know I can do it, it sounds more difficult. So I break it down. I break it down to a better form where my mind can really believe I can achieve it. Calvin, every 90 days, sponsor 10 people. It's the same exact thing. Because when I think about it, I have 90 days, 90 24-hour periods to make 10 sales. That means that out of 90 days, if I make 1 sale in 10 of those 90 days, I got 80 days to do nothing. That's crazy. It's on. I can do that. That's easy. Literally, you guys. Okay? But that is really the recipe. I always tell people, you want to be successful, have 20-20 vision. Sponsor 20 on your left team and 20 on your right team. That's what the first millionaire that I really met and was inspired by in this industry, he said 20-20 vision. Put 20 on your left and 20 on your right, and then tell me what happens. I did it, right? And I had 3 on my left and 4 on my right. Treat this business like a business. My team grew to 4,000 people. I became the youngest millionaire in my first company. When I realized that was the key, I did it again. And then I did it again. And then I did it again. I probably have done that in like 18 years. I've probably done that maybe 8 times, to be honest with you. Not even a lot. If it were my job, I'd have to do that probably 100 times. But I'm just telling you, it's not as difficult as you think. This business is crazy because it's about leverage. You can literally enroll one guy that is badass at this business, and half your business is done forever. And then go enroll 20 more guys, and then 1 female out of that group of 20 takes off, and you're done on the other side, right? That wasn't an easy scenario. You still had to enroll 22 people. Now, you just have to know, you have to understand like your numbers. Like I said, you have to make yourself believe in the numbers you're talking about. So again, you have to know your numbers. Every time you do something, write it down. Keep track of your stats. Okay? And when I talk about your stats, meaning when I enrolled my friend Harry, who's on here, Harry and Fenny, okay? They're a husband and wife couple on my team. But when I enrolled them, I didn't just speak to them and sign them up. There probably were like 6 or 7 other people before them that I shared the business with that didn't join me. And then they joined me. So what did that tell me? It tells me that 1 out of every 7 people I speak to joined the business. And then even after Harry and Fenny joined, I talked to more people, And then I realized I enrolled another one. And then I realized, oh, my numbers are getting better. Now it's 1 out of every 6. All right. And I'm learning my numbers. So I have realistic expectations of myself, right? When I'm setting up stuff in my calendar, I'm saying, okay, if I want to enroll another person, I'm going to go talk to another 6 or 7 people. I'm not worried about whether the next person joins with me. My focus is on setting 6 or 7 appointments so I can enroll 1 more. That's the goal. And then what else I'm writing down is the success rate of the people who are actually joining with me. Harry and Fenny, right? Randy, Andrew, Janita, Andre. Okay, those 5 people there. Okay, 6 people there. And I'm realizing from them, out of all of those ones, how many of them are actually having success? How many of them are plugged in and showing the plan every day? How many of them are enrolling new people? How many of them are bringing in volume? Okay, the reality is that not all of them will. Okay, but what it tells me is something new. Okay, it tells me that half of them, okay, are 4 no more qualified. Half of them get their 4. The other half, what I realize is they're gone within 90 days. They didn't make it. They didn't last. Not anything you did or didn't do. It's just on them. They're jumping from this thing to that thing to this thing to that thing to the next thing. It's what they do. Okay. And then of the half of them that are actually 4 no more qualified, right? Then 1 of them is a go-getter. They're a superstar, right? So what I realized was, and these are real numbers, 1 out of every 10 people I enroll treats this like a business and takes it seriously. 1 out of every 10. Okay. And in this business, you're only building 2 teams. You literally need 2 people on your left team and 2 people on your right team to really treat this thing like we want to treat it, and you're done. Okay. But you got to go sign up a group of them to get the 1, a group of them to get the 1. So I always tell myself, Calvin, sponsor 10 to find the 1, sponsor 10 to find the 1, sponsor 10 to find the 1, sponsor 10 more to find the 1. I'm not paying attention to whether they're serious or not, to whether they do anything or not, to whether they qualified or not. I don't become emotionally attached to what they do or don't do. I just know that when I sponsor 10, 1 of them is going to be serious. All right. And again, what did I tell you? I sponsor 10 every 90 days. That's my recipe. 10 people. And if I do that and I treat this like my job, then every year I'm going to have 2 to 4 people that are treating this like a business, right? And maybe the first year it doesn't seem like a lot, and the second year it doesn't seem like a lot, but by the 3rd year, those people from the 1st and 2nd year they've already arrived. They're hitting ranks, they're driving volume, they're developed now. They're like real professionals, just like we are in real life and any other job or profession. Our first year is that learning year. And then those of us that survived that first year, the 2nd year, we got it down. The 3rd year, we're top performers. I have realistic expectations. I'm not looking for like overnight legendary status success, because I know that doesn't exist. I told you, with even me, I started as an 8-year-old. I'm different, you know? My neighbor didn't know my story at all. He probably didn't think I would be as successful as I was, because I was one of the young guys he signed up. But I passed everybody because even though I was young, I had more experience than the older guys in life, right? It's just an honest thing. So it's different. So, but again, I know my numbers, okay? And the reality is that in this business, when you treat it like your business or like your job, you have a calendar of appointments that you're setting, of plans that you're showing, of events that you're attending, of personal development that you're working on for yourself. You have a calendar where you're measuring your statistics for this month, where you're looking at your paycheck and you're looking at your calendar saying, does this match up? Does it add up? And if not, what can I change in my calendar to change these numbers right here? I already said earlier, you have to change what you're currently doing to change what you're currently getting. It's a system of checks and balances where you're literally checking yourself every month until you dial in your recipe for success. I could be speaking like this at any profession right now, with any type of sales job. It's all the same. You know, we're literally selling travel, products, and services. That's it. That's what we got. It's the same. That's what we're selling here. And our compensation plan is rich. So the calendar, that's the first thing. When I was brand new, all I worked around was this calendar. I didn't know anything else. I filled up my calendar with income generating activities and meetings. I showed the plan as much as I could. I prospected as much as I could, and I became successful. And at first, it was only me doing all that. But then like 4 or 5 months into it, it's me and like 5 other people doing it. So now I was leveraging 5 other people. I was helping her on Monday, him on Tuesday, her on Wednesday, him on Thursday, him on Friday, him on Saturday, and her on Sunday, right? Eventually I had seven days of the week with 7 people. I just leveraged them and their contacts and their meetings and their people's meetings and their people's events or meetings. My calendar just started filling up with appointments. and appointments are what make you money. It's your calendar that puts you on top. Okay, it's appointments, just like anything else, right? I'm also a financial advisor. Do you think I make money because people just come to me and want to give me their money? Dude, I'm setting up appointments to talk about the three tax boxes. All right, to talk about their FIN number, to find out what investments they currently have, so I can help them protect their money. I'm prospecting. I'm setting appointments. I'm out doing seminars, retirement seminars at Ruth Chris, at Fleming Steakhouse, in front of 50 people after investing $5,000 in mailers. Same thing. I'm filling up my calendar. I could take this into any business with sales. So I'm telling you, just common sense stuff that's very simple, duplicatable, and predictable, right? It always starts with our calendar. You guys fill up your calendars. It's all you need to do. Everybody's different. We all got different prospects. Prospect as much as you can, figure out different ways to prospect and invite, how to get people. So it started with my calendar. Okay. And my calendar was full of a bunch of people that I just contacted and invited. That's really it. You got your calendar, you contact and invite, and you got to figure out what to say to people. Like, how am I going to pitch them? How am I going to approach them? What do I say to somebody? Right. And the reality is that I learned a lot in this book right here. Right. This book right here, GoPro, by Eric Worre, is why I learned everything. I got sticky. I've read this thing so many times, it's crazy. I got stuff underlined. I got stuff highlighted, right? Because I read it once, didn't do anything. Read it again, highlighted it. Read it again, underlined it. Read it again, put sticky notes in the places that I could just train my team on different things. It's all in here. 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional. Like, any of us could have written this book and made millions like he did, like Eric did. He just decided to do it one day. Right? I was too busy building, to be honest with you. But this is it right here. So in here, it talks to you about contact and invite. It's really, really simple. And it tells you what to do. It even talks to you about the 3 different approaches: the direct approach, the indirect approach, and the super indirect approach. Right? The direct approach is people your friends and family, people you can just be candid with. Hey, hey, Andre's my best friend. Hey, I found a way for us to make some money. What time are you going to be home tonight? 7? Okay, I'll be right there. That's direct, right? And then I got my colleague, Janita, at work, who sits next to me, right? Every day at the office, I pour her a cup of coffee to start the day. She puts a smile on her face. She's my friend, right? So there's my indirect approach. And I say, Janita, I just got started in this business, but what do I know? You have more experience than I do in business. Would you mind if I practice sharing with you this business and you let me know what you think? There's an indirect approach. It's just, I'm asking my friend for advice or feedback on what I got going on right now. And my hope is that she says, well, I want to know more about it after she listens to it. Send me the link to your thing. I'm interested in that. It looks like fun, right? And then you have the super indirect. It's the people on your chicken list, people you're afraid to talk to, people that make more money than you, people that have more success than you, people you look up to, your boss, whoever it is, right? And you're going to them and say, hey, Harry, well, everything you and your wife have done, you guys have always been wildly successful. Your business you guys own, your beautiful family that you guys have. I know that you don't have nearly enough time to even start anything new, but I was wondering if I could show you a business that is really changing people's lives and really making a difference right now in our community, and people are catching it like wildfire. Would you be able to recommend me to any of your friends who are currently looking for something right now? Like, I'm literally, I took it away from them to begin with. Hey, this business isn't for you, but who do you know that's looking for a way to make some extra money right now? Who do you know whose business has hit a wall, but they're looking for something right now that is really hitting hard right now, trending, right? And Harry might say, well, I know a few people, but first tell me what it is. I knew you were going to say that. Okay, when are you available so I can share some information with you? And then you can give me some of those contacts you know. Harry's going to be like, oh, how about next week? Or you set up the appointment. But it's just a direct, indirect, it's all in here, you guys. GoPro. You can find it for free online. You can download the PDF. You can buy it. I think it's free even online. You just pay for the shipping, right? Networkmarketingpro.com. Okay, so but in there, it's what I've really learned was when I want to share my business with somebody, I think one of the best ways to do it is compliment a person first. Let them know why you're even talking to them. Don't make them feel like they're one of the 50 people you're going to call today. Like, why am I calling Miguel today? Like, why am I calling him? Like, right? And it's because I want to say, hey, Miguel, dude, everything you've ever done in your life, you have the hand of gold, and everything you touch turns to gold. Right. And so you're one of the first people I really wanted to talk about this business before I start going to the masses because I really feel like you can give us a lot of credibility, and I want you to benefit from what I build. Right. So would you mind if I shared this new business with you that I just got started with? Miguel's going to be like, dude, share it with me. Why? Because I built him up first. Right. I built him up first. I told him what I thought about him. I told him why I thought this about him and why I wanted to talk to him first before everybody else. Like, most people don't get built up like that. They don't get that ego boosted during the day. You know, they don't get that that bit of confidence, burst of confidence from someone else. Everyone's looking for that. So for me, that happened to me when my neighbor, who didn't even know me, introduced himself to me. He said, man, you're pretty young to have this beautiful home on the end of the cul-de-sac. Man, I'm 40 years old. You're 25. It took me this long to get here. You've been here. You're here already. That's amazing. You must be doing some big things. Your cars in your driveway, those are my dream cars, right? How do you even be able to do this at 25 years old? You know, and it was just, he was boosting me up, making me feel good, you know? And he said, man, I got to share with you my business. You would crush this thing. You'd be absolutely great at it. When I get some time, I'm going to share it with you. And like, he kind of took it away from me, but like, he boosted me up first. And then eventually he'd invite me to a meeting after meeting. And he's like, you got to take a look at this thing, Cal, it'll change your life. And then I finally went and looked, and I never looked back. But like, when you're contacting and inviting, like, let them know why you're talking to them. That's the reality. Like they say, catch people doing something good. You know, like, well, what do you admire about them? What do you see in them that you can compliment them on? Right. And a lot of the times it's when you put your list together, what I like to do is write out my list of everybody I could think of, all my friends, family members. And then I start thinking of people that they know and putting them on my list. And then I start thinking of people that I do business with. I run through my day of taking my kids to school and picking them up. I'm thinking of all the errands I have to run, dry cleaning I got to drop off, getting my car serviced. I'm writing down as many names as I can, because that's going to be the list that's going to keep me empowered. Right? That's the truth. And when I write that big list, then I'm never going to get discouraged, because when 3 or 4 people tell me no, I got this whole list left. They were my practice, right? And but when I do write that list, I put together what I like to say my S's, I's, and O's. Okay, and these are acronyms for successful, influential, and outgoing. Okay, these people who are on this list, some of them might not get any of these letters. But if any of them are successful, or they've ever been successful, I'll put an S next to their name. If any of them have influence, meaning people trust them, people go to them for advice, okay? They're influential people. I'm putting an I next to their name. And if any of them are outgoing, meaning people just want to be around these people. When these people are somewhere, everybody wants to be there. I'm putting an O next to their name. And you better believe when I call them, I'm letting them know that I think that about them. You've always been successful for as long as I've known you. Everybody trusts you, right? Well, you know, people go to you for advice. So I know if you take a look at this thing and see what I see, everyone's going to want to talk to you about it. That's why I'm coming to you first. Outgoing. Dude, you've always been the life of the party. I want you involved in what I'm doing right now, because whatever you're involved in, people want to be a part of. And I need that culture here. It's going to be a lot of fun, right? So, like I put those acronyms next to their name because those are easy things to talk about with people. And it makes them feel good that you notice that about them. Okay. Also, whenever people are S's, I's, or O's, those people are go-getters. Those people are the ones to get one left, one right away. They're the ones to get their 4 no more. Without even going to a training, without even talking to anybody, without even really knowing what we do. They just go get their 4 off pure excitement, off pure partnership with Randy and this guy Calvin and this guy and this girl, right? Like, we're all doing this thing together. You got to get in right now. Okay, whatever it is, sign me up. Those are go-getters. They can. When I was brand new in my first company, Montevideo, it was a bottle of juice, 19 fruits in a bottle in the acai berry. Like, dude, I'm a man. Like, how could I have success with that? People just trusted me. If you're doing it I told them it's liquid real estate. Trust me. We're gonna make a fortune on this thing. Trust me, right? Right. So you trust me, right? Of course I trust you. It's all you need to know. Trust me, right? You'll learn the rest later. So it's like go-getters can do that. Okay, successful, influential, or outgoing. Believe me, when I joined Jifu, after people watched me 10 years in Jeunesse and missed that train, believe me, as soon as I joined Jifu, do you think people were questioning me? No, they're like, Jifu, what? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Sign me up. And then let me know when the next meeting is. Like, go-getters. Okay, S's, I's, or O's. So anyways, again, you're going to contact and invite, find, catch them doing something good, Find a way to start the conversation of what you think about them, how you feel about them, to make them feel good. And then say, if I would you. You'll learn that in here as well. Okay. Hey, if I sent you a link to a recorded webinar from last night, can I count on you watching it? Sure. If I would you. Okay. Hey, if I sent you a link to an invitation only webinar that Randy and Calvin are doing on Monday night, would you jump on and just meet these guys? If I would you. Right. So, if I sent you, my link to my replicated website where you could start a free trial, would you go put your email in and just start the free trial and take that travel portal for a test drive? If I would you. Like, just think of all the if I would you could do, So if I sent you a link to a webinar on Thursday night when we show the plan for 30 minutes, would you be able to jump on and just check it out? And I'm really interested in your feedback, but you do not want to miss it. Trust me, you're going to love it. Let them always know you're going to love it. So always say that every time, right? If I would you. All you're waiting for is the response, right? Most of the time it's reciprocal. Sure, I would. You complimented them. You said, if I would you, right? You invited them to check something out. And now you're counting on them to check that thing out. Okay. It might take you a few follow-ups because they might flake a few times. Some of them will do it right away. Some of them will take some time, but they're on your list. It's your practice. You're practicing your follow-up now. All of this is practice. Do not become emotionally attached to the outcome. Okay. I'm going to repeat myself. Do not become emotionally attached to the outcome in this business, to the outcomes in this business. You will always get outcomes when you have input. Okay. Marry the process, divorce the outcome. Okay. Be married to the process. I'm just married to contact and inviting, giving compliments. If I would you, setting it up for them, putting it on a silver platter. That's the process. And then I got to follow up. Eventually you're going to come. Do you know me? That guy who complimented me in my driveway about my house and my cars and my age, it took him 3 weeks to get me to my first network marketing meeting. He invited me again and again and again and again. I had excuse after excuse after excuse till finally I ran out of excuses and I finally went. He stayed persistent. He didn't have some $1 million presentation. He was brand new like some of you guys. And he was in this business for 9 weeks. And then he didn't even know how to show the plan yet. He didn't have an upline or a team like this where they have trainings and stuff and tools. He just pressed play on the company video. That was like 15 minutes, called The Power of You. And I sat on the couch, watched it on his laptop. When I was done, he said, he shared with me his goals before the meeting. Hey, I know that I'm super excited you came here tonight. I'm going to show you what I've been excited to show with you for the last 3 weeks. What I want you to know about what I'm going to show you is 1 year from now, my wife will never have to work again. I will be $1 million earner in this company, and I will be driving the brand new black Mercedes that this company, Montevideo, is going to buy me. Right? Me and my wife are going to be raising our 2 daughters and vacationing the world for free by this company. And I remember those words were strong for me. Like, I was like, well, if anybody, I need to follow this guy. I envisioned what I wanted. So when the meeting was over, he pressed play. He walked up to me and said, he didn't ask me stupid questions like, think about it. Let me know what your girlfriend thinks or your wife thinks, right? He was like, all right, so how do you want to get started? He assumed the sale. How do you want to get started? All right. And then I said, well, how did you get started? And usually whatever they do, you do. That's the truth. So make sure you get started the right way in this business, okay? Because they're usually going to ask you that. And he said, well, I put it on my credit card. It was like $1,500. And I did what he did, and of course I made my money back and the rest was history. But, that's what it was. But again, you're married to the process. You're not married to the outcome. If you do the process enough, the outcome will eventually come again and again and again and again the way you want it. But it's just like any other business, right? You're contacting, you're prospecting, you're inviting them to see what you have to offer. You're giving them their options, and they're either going to take it or they're not. Next, you keep going, you keep setting up appointments, or you're following up with them, getting them answers, putting them on a 3-way call with Randy or whoever because they got some more questions till they feel comfortable, and then they get started and it's off to the races. But that's the next one, right? So you got your calendar and you're prospecting, contacting, inviting. And then what do? You show the plan. STP, that's right. STP, Andre. STP. Okay? Share the product, show the plan. 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 It's all we're really doing. All right. You got this educational system. You can show them the Connect app. You can show them the master classes. You can show them the flyers of our badass educators we have. Have Manny Q send you the whole book of flyers. Start posting those things, right? Sharing the product, share the products, the physical products. Whether physically you're sharing it with them, share your testimony, share your story online, share the product. Okay. Show the plan, share the product, share your free trial links with people, share the product. Share your experiences using the vacation vouchers at the Vedanta or wherever you're going. Share the product, show the plan, share the product, show the plan. That's all it is. You're just sharing and showing. STP. When someone told me this, I realized like how I was overcomplicating things. Dude, this is all we're doing. Like at your job, you don't need to have millionaire mentor meetings every Monday night. You don't need to have someone else do your job for you every Wednesday and Thursday night. At your job, you get a week of training and it's you. Like you're perfecting yourself. You're not trying to be like him or her. You're going to perfect you. How can I do this thing the best way? How can I sound believable? How can I sound like the expert? How can I sound like Jifu? I am Jifu. I'm Jifu. And that's what it is. But in this business, people overcomplicate it and rely on everybody too much. And they slow themselves down. I don't rely on anybody. Right? I'm here to support you guys, but I don't need support from anybody. I was here to begin with, but as soon as I learned the shit, I was gone. I'm gone. I learned it all. I went to school and then I graduated to success university. When I just making money for my family every single week, again and again and again. But show the plan. How do you show the plan? It's simple. Either press play on a YouTube video or a video you got for the team. Okay. Send the link so we can press play and we can be the guys doing it for you on a weeknight, or show it yourself as often as you can, because someone might want to know about it right here, right now. And they want to hear about it from you. Right? That's it. Show the plan. Show the plan. How many times can you show the plan in a week? How many appointments can you set in a week? How many plans can be showed to your prospects in a week? That's what you got to keep track of, and then look at your check. Okay? And you're going to realize that it correlates. Show the plan. Show the plan. Okay? And then it gets easier. And as you can tell, there's nothing difficult about the training I'm giving you guys tonight. You give them their options. Okay, what are their options? Right? Customer or affiliate? Which do you think you would like to do more? Be a customer, enjoy our products and services, or be an affiliate and get them for free and make money and be in our circle and travel the world with us. All these cool trips the company's given us. We're going on a cruise next. You want to come? We just got back from the Hard Rock in Cancun. Oh, before that, we were at the Four Seasons Resort in Maui on Wailea Beach, right? And then, oh yeah, next we're going to Turks and Caicos after the cruise as well. Like, dude, it's nonstop. And on top of that, we get free vacations every year too. On top of that, we just go with our families. So, again, what are their options? And enroll them. They say, I want to be an affiliate. Give them the link to your website, but still walk them through the enrollment process. Okay. Number one, there's only 5 steps to success in this business. Okay. Once you've understood your calendar, prospecting, contacting, and inviting, that's all the normal stuff you do at every job, every sales job. It's the same. That's not network marketing training. That's sales 101. Okay. This right here, this is Jifu right here. Literally 5 steps. Okay. Place pack product. Those are the first 3 steps. All that is the enrollment process. Number 1, here's a link to my website so you can secure your placement. Hurry up. First mover advantage. The sooner you get started, the more people that enroll after you go into your business. And I'm going to show you how that benefits you later. You saw it on that presentation tonight, but you'll get to get real life experience.
Buddy. Get over there.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's placement. Okay. The second step is pack. Right. As soon as you clicked on my link, your place is secure. Select the package you want to start with. You saw in the presentation all the different packages. I would say it's smartest to become a founder because you met these guys that are part of this company. You know what they're capable of. They've only built billion-dollar brands. They're going to do that here. I think you'd want to be a part of the Founders Club and get profit sharing every quarter. Okay. So as soon as you get your 5 or 10 people, you're getting a share every quarter of what these guys do. Not what you do, what all of us do together. We're all sharing together and what we all do together as a team. So get your pack. Number 3, select the product that fits your lifestyle. What product can you see yourself using every single month? Okay. Is it Jifu Live? Because you want access to travel and that education? Is it the physical products? Right? Because you want to be healthy. Right. And you want to, you're going to be this like influencer online where you're on this mission of health, nutrition, lifestyle, and you're showing off the products and the testimonies, and you're just getting people writing you of how to get these products all day long. That's what I did the last 20 years. I didn't know about the services business, and now I see how powerful it is, right? Because if you have a service that gives $10,000 in value every single month for $165, it doesn't cost anybody anything at that point. That's the reality. You have to create value. Like, how much is he worth as an educator for you? How much is she worth? How much are they worth? Like, literally, you can identify 2 or 3 educators in Jifu Live that already pay for that $165 membership 10 times over. Manny Soto, whoever. I'm just saying, one time, people pay Manny 10 grand to go to his conferences and stuff to hear him, you know? So it's just like, it's crazy. So I'm just saying, it's value. It's not the price that you're paying, it's how much value are you getting for that. It's literally for free, $165. Oh yeah, by the way, you can get it for free actually too, right? So place pack product, they just pick that monthly obligation, which they have control of every month. When they're done after that, the enrollment part's done. Then it's the final step, final 2 steps, which is the business. And all this business really is about is teaching people how to get their business for free. All it's about, teaching people how to get their business for free. And there are people on here on the live plan and the world plan. But again, right, when you sell people value, okay, you can't put a price tag on it. To be honest with you, like whether it's 165 or 36 or whatever it is, like if you can give them $1,000 in value, $5,000 in value, $10,000 in value, any price under $200 is great. Okay, I'm just being honest. And you show them how to get it for free. But again, what are we doing here at Jifu? Besides like filling our calendar up, setting appointments and getting them in. We're just really teaching them how to enroll properly so they can have success because we care about them. And we're teaching them how to, you just teach people how to get their 4 or more. Teach them how to get this business for free. Literally for free, right? You don't do anything here. At least get your business paid for, bro. Right? And that's it. You don't need to be a millionaire. Get your business paid for and enjoy the services, bro. Enjoy our circle, right? Enjoy plugging in with us. This is free every Monday. Grow your mindset, right? Like this, like I to be honest with you guys, I see you, Andre. To be honest with you guys, this business, if Jifu were gone tomorrow, I'm not even worried. You know why? Because everything I've got from this industry, I could be the CEO of it. I believe I could be the CEO of any company. I can go start any business. Like I have that confidence in myself now. I've developed the skill sets in myself now. I can go learn a new trade and get a license to sell real estate. My Series 63, my insurance license, whatever it is. And I can go prospect and invite again for a whole new business. I can go join another network marketing company because I have the skill sets. Like, but I'm just telling you, whether you make money or you get this business for free, you're winning. You're rich. You're rich. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you do this business and not make money, because it's not hard to do this business and go get a job too. At your job, you're going to meet more people. You're going to have more prospects. So you could be smart about it. Don't put yourself in a hole. All right. But look at step number 4 is where the business actually starts. It's reach 4 no more. Go reach 4 people, right? That believe in what we're doing and get them started. 4 people. It might take you 8 people to talk to, or 12 people, or 20, or 40. Your goal is 4 no more. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about the cruise. Don't worry about 4 no more. Because once you've done this, now you can prove that it can be done. And then the final step is teach 4 now. Because once you do it yourself, now you can teach it, right? So the student becomes the teacher now, and you go teach 4. And your goal is to teach, not 4 people, to be honest with you, just teach 4. Teach that rule of 4, right? How to get their business paid for. Teach them, go help as many people as you can get their 4 no more. That's your goal. Show them what you did so they can do what they did. And then, as often as you want, if you want to grow your business more, go out and fill your calendar up with prospects, contact and invite, convert them into customers or affiliates, repeat steps 1 through 3, and then reach 4 again and teach 4 again. Repeat that process. This business is literally steps 4 and 5 again and again and again and again. That's all it is. Literally, I'm not thinking about diamond, presidential diamond, crown diamond, 1,000,000 points in volume. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about how many new people in my organization can I reach to make sure they understand how to get their business paid for, to make sure they understand the goal, to make sure they're plugging into the trainings and at the events, to making sure they know who their line of sponsorship is and how powerful this business is, right? I'm making sure that people are getting this business for free. Because if I can teach him how to get his business for free, and her how to get her business for free, and him how to get his business for free, from those 3, I have another 12. And that's how you eventually hit all those ranks. Literally, steps 4 and 5, over and over and over and over and over again, is how you hit every rank in the business. When people are getting their business for free, they're not going anywhere, right? That's the business. Literally, that is the blueprint. That is the blueprint. That's all it is, you guys. It's not even that much. Your calendar, contacting and inviting, showing the plan, right? Your calendar is just full of all of your contacting and inviting and appointments you're setting up so you can show the plan. That's all your calendar is full of. It's also full of some busy stuff like these trainings and meetings. Oops. All right, let's see here. You guys are there, right? Thumbs up real quick. Andre, can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Right? But it's full of those trainings and those meetings and those calls and those team events. That's in your calendar as well. That's what inspires you and motivates you, recharges your battery, and keep you going. But remember, the productive work is the appointments you're setting to show the plan, to enroll people. That's how you're going to make the money. And you want to see that all in your calendar. So when people come to you and say, Andre, why am I not succeeding? Right? Or they say, Randy, man, it's not happening for me. Say, let me see your calendar. Show me your calendar and I'll show you your future. Show me your calendar and I'll show you your paycheck. Show me your calendar and I'll show you exactly what you need to do. Trust me. Right? I swear to you, like 90% of the time, they have nothing to show you. And that's where you start the conversation. That's where you start the conversation. That's where you send the link to this video because it's recorded right now and you have it forever now. All right. So that's the cool part. But again, the business, that part, most people think, what's crazy, you guys? Most people think that part is the business. Once they enroll somebody, oh, they're done. It's over. Next. No, that's actually when you fill your calendar with events and showing the plan, then the business starts. I know it was a lot of work getting there. Okay. That's the pre-party. The party starts as soon as they're done with that, watching the plan, and they're ready to get started. That's where the business starts. Pack, place, product. Oh, what's going on with my computer? Pack, place, product, and then reach for, teach for, you guys. All right. So if there's any questions, I'd love to answer those for you guys right now, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory what I shared with you guys tonight. Randy, I hope I was able to give, a training that obviously made sense and resonated with people tonight. So you guys can kind of have this aha moment of like, I'm overcomplicating and I'm overthinking it, right. Or I'm not really taking action. I'm not treating this like it was my job. I'm treating this more like a hobby. That's why it's costing me money. Like if I really intentionally focus on this, like I would my other business, or I focus on this, like I do my job, I might actually get some results because people do treat this business like a lottery ticket. They go sign up like 2 of their most successful friends and they think they don't have to do anything else, right? They treat it like a lottery ticket. And that's a poser mentality, right? Professionals, they go to work on their skill sets. These 7 things that are in this book here, they go to work on their skill sets. They go to work on themselves, and then they just marry the process. They're just putting in the practice, putting in the work. Awesome. Thanks, Don. All right, perfect. So if there's any questions right now, I'd love to answer those. If you guys want to pick my brain, ask me any questions about what we talked about tonight. And then Randy, whenever you want to wrap it up, if you want to close out, that's cool too.
What we'll do is, somebody asked one question. Here's what we'll do. We'll do 4 questions. You killed it. The training is done. Okay, but here's what I want to do, because I know someone is thinking, they're like, and the question came, and I was like, you know what? That's funny. I remember you're when you're in network marketing so long, you hear the same questions over again. Someone has that thought. So we have something simple. Okay, what happens if? And I'm just going to answer the question. What happens if you enroll your 4 and one drops out? And what I'll tell you guys, listen, the thought process had changed. Like, I'm going to keep enrolling. Okay. We got a compensation plan that pays up to $500,000 a month. Okay. I don't know how big your vision is. Okay, my vision is very big, and this is my last and third run. And I'm gonna tell you guys, listen, I've always wondered if I could do it a second time. I did it a second time. Can I do it a third time? We're doing it right now. Okay, listen, I don't care what it takes. I don't care if I have to go through. This is the list, y'all. We ain't playing. Okay, and it's those times where you get on a call like this. Even me, being a top earner and getting to the top of a company, I still plug into these trainings. They make me look. They make me like I'm about to go through this list tonight. Right? Because I just want to get there faster. So I don't know what you feel or what you felt after this training, but for me, listen, he's the blueprint. And sometimes we can see something so simple like, no way is that simple. It's that simple. Okay. It takes a trigger. So here's what I want to do. We're going to take 4 questions. Is there any questions real quick? Let me see. Are you going to pass this video? Yep. It's going to be on YouTube. Yep.
Any questions? You guys can write them in the comments.
Like everybody's
Raise your hand, whatever you need. No problem. You're welcome.
Right. So this
is just the first of obviously many trainings that we'll be able to roll out for you. It'll never be the same. There'll always be different things we could talk about, but that literally is what you guys need to focus on. Everything else will be extra, but we can do. I have years of trainings to be able to give you guys, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Keep it simple. Like I said, reach 4, teach 4, reach 4, teach 4, reach 4, teach 4. Pretty simple as that.
And then here's what I want to announce in the call here. We're going to set up a date, and then I'll talk to Calvin and see what that number is for him. But for me, I'm gonna do a special training at my house for the executives that getting executives just 4. Okay. And so what we want to do, I think Calvin said something very important. He goes, listen, you can get your 4 on your own. And almost 4 for me is like the sorting. Okay. Not to say and you all know, you can call my phone. I pick up the phone. I do 3-way calls for everybody, no matter where you are in your business. Okay. But there's going to come a point as I grow in this business as well, too. And you're going to realize there's going to become a point in your business that you have to start prioritizing your time. And what I'm telling you guys right now, we're early. So a prioritization of time is nothing. Everybody gets the attention. Okay. So the goal is if you can't get to your 4, so I'm going to host an executive event at my house personally, where you guys can come in, however you get here, come here to Dallas. May have some space in my house, and then we'll have some hotels close by. Come by and let's game plan. Let's have call parties. Let's expand your business. And then I'm gonna talk to Calvin and see what we need to get to his house. Okay. So it's gonna be a stepping stone to get over to California. Okay. So I appreciate you taking the time, Calvin. Thank you.
Thank you, man. No, I love you guys, and I'm grateful for all of you. I know for a fact that it isn't because of me that I have everything I have and live the life I have. It's because of people like you who are just starting out, trying to figure it out, stressing out like I did when I got started, right? You're putting in your couple people, you're putting in 1, she's putting in 3, he's putting in 5. Every person counts, and I wouldn't have what I have without you guys. That's why I'm a servant-driven leader. I'm forever in service to you guys, because I want to create success stories. Right? I want you guys to be successful, and I want you guys to pay it forward to the next group who does it for you. So I'm always here for you guys. Thank you, Randy, bro, for stepping up as a leader on my team here in the US. We gotta put this market on the map, like Europe's on the map for this,
right.
Like crazy. This is the mecca of network marketing and of sales and of entrepreneurship. So we got it here. So I see people on here from Malaysia.
I got one question from everyone.
Oh, cool.
Which I can answer, but I'll let you take this one too. It's going to be the same. It's a money objection.
Okay, cool.
Money objection. What's the best response to a person's money objection?
Okay, so once, dude, I learned this when I was brand new. Okay, always respond to an objection with another question, right? So some people say, I don't know, it's a lot of money. Well, how much money is a lot? Like, how much money is it? Yeah, how much money do you think it costs to start this business, or to start a business in general? You got to make them think, right? Because really, if you're stumped by the question and you give them the stumped response, they're going to think, oh, I was right. Right? The reality is that what business do you guys know of that you can start in your backyard, the city you live in your state, in your neighborhood, in your community for literally what, $250 to a couple $1,000? There aren't any. I don't know of any. Only in this industry you can. Like, I can name other companies in this industry, but not other businesses. Right? This is the most affordable business on the planet, but the value you get here is worth way more than that. Like, dude, literally, if you join for the biggest package at Jifu, because you have big goals and you have big dreams, you want to jump in like the big boys for $2,500, literally 1 of your 3 vouchers is worth 11 grand. Like, where do you get that return on investment? Right? And then you got 2 left. And then every year you get another one and another one and another one and another one. Like, there's more to it than that. right? Don't let me get started on the educators here that are multi-million-dollar earners that are putting their time here at Jifu for literally free. This is their service part of their life, right? And you get that here for the price of admission, literally $165 a month. Like so, but it's really your excitement, your response. Don't make them feel stupid, but always respond back. Well, how much do you think it costs to start in Jifu? Or what's a lot to you right now? Because we have a way to get started for $250. There's no business. There's no opportunity out there for $250. Imagine like the return on your investment. Imagine what you get in your first 30 days from $250. Let me plug you into a few events we're doing this month. They're going to give you more value than that. Like, just be prepared. That's what it is. Like, literally, my neighbor, when I was brand new, said, Calvin, every time you get an objection that you can't answer, go home and write it down, and then write down the response you're going to have ready next time. And after a month, you're going to have a whole book, a whole notepad full of objections and responses. That's going to be your Bible of your business. You can publish that into a book for your team if you want, literally. And that's what I did every single time. I had someone that had an objection for me or a question that I couldn't answer. I got excited to go home that night and have an answer ready for the next person, right? Or even for that guy later. And like, I literally, there are only, I'm not lying, there are literally like 5 or 6 objections in network marketing. There aren't 26. There's like 5 or 6. They're always the same 6. Mm-hmm. So once you have your response, you always got them, and you're responding a whole different way. In this book, they tell you about them, right? Those objections literally are about 2 things: 1, about our industry, network marketing, and 2, about their own limiting beliefs, right? Or their own limiting things that are holding them back, like money, time, people. Those 3. I don't know enough people. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money, right? You'll have responses quickly. How much time do you think you need? How many people do you think you need? 4, right? Like, I'm just being honest. Like, this is so, we could do a whole nother training on that, bro. Handling objections. Write that down. We'll do that another time, bro. Yeah. Right? So anyways, this is going to be a lot of fun. You guys enjoy your journey in this business, because it will open and unlock doors outside of this business that you don't even know are coming in the future for you. So just get ready, be prepared.
All right, awesome. Here's another one right here, and we're gonna bring it to a close here. There's 2 more, and this is it. How would you handle someone says it's an MLM company? I know how I'll answer that one. I'll let you. You been answering that?
Again, it's in this book.
At the end of the day, it's
so you answer first.
Your posture on that, like you have to have the belief. First of all, when somebody says an MLM thing, I'm looking at them like, okay, what does that mean? Okay, it's an MLM thing, right? It's a business. And you have to have that posture, like look at them like they're like a sideways dog, like, okay, it's MLM. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity. Like, you can't bow down like it's an MLM. It's one of those things. Oh no, it's one of those things. No, you gotta have the posture like, yeah, this is what I do. And there's been millionaires created in this industry. And it's kind of like I said, without hurting their feelings, because I started off rough back then. I used to get offended. Okay, don't get offended. Just, it's an education. Like, yeah, it is one of those things. And I know people who've made millions. I know one of my mentors made lifetime earnings of 35 million. That's all I'm saying. The guy that I'm on his team, he's made 35 million in the industry. What did your CEO make? What did your boss make? Are they making that type? And do you have access to them?
Yeah, and it's like when even yeah, you're right. It's your response and your posture. Like when people say, "Is that MLM?" I'm like, yeah, I love MLM. Like, some of the best podcasts in the world are from guys from MLM. Have you heard of Ed Milet? Patrick Bet-David? Have you ever heard of the great Jim Rome before? Like, dude, they all came from this industry. It's amazing. It's really about your experience. So in this book, it even talks about it, bro. It talks about the objections. Only 6 of them. Half of them are about the industry. Half of them are limiting beliefs in themselves. So when they say MLM, it's how did they ask the question? Oh, is it MLM? Or is that MLM? If they say, oh, is it MLM? Then you could say, hey, oh, sounds like you've had a bad experience. Tell me more. Like, listen to them, let them tell you about it, and be like, man, if I experienced that, I'd feel the same way. I'd probably blackball this industry forever. But for me, that wasn't my experience. I actually was enrolled by my neighbor, who's now my best friend. Okay. And we became extremely successful. We created the fastest billion-dollar company in the industry. And I've been in it for 20 years, built the dream home for my family. I met my wife in this business. Shannon, Shannon, she's the nicest girl you'd ever meet. We have 4 beautiful kids. Like, I love this business. I'd had a great experience. So it's really your response, and really, their question dependent upon how they say it. Sometimes they say, is it MLM? And they're not even saying it in a bad way. You're like, yeah, how'd you know? Right? just respond back. Yeah, how do you know? It's it's actually a company that's owned by some pretty sharp guys. One of them is a Wharton graduate. The other one graduated from MIT, Cal Berkeley, and from Columbia University. The other guy, Kyle, helped create the fastest billion-dollar company in North America inside of this industry. Dude, we're only a couple years old. We're just getting started. Like, have a good response, right? So that's that. Again, it's just one of those pyramid things. Like, what do you mean by that? Let them respond back to you. One of those things where, like, you make money on the next guy, It's exactly that. I was in mortgage banking and real estate. I built a team in the insurance industry. You get overrides, but you can work to the very top. So you get overrides and you can build your own team. Like, it's just, remember, whatever you get, write it down and work on that response until it becomes yours and own it. So anyway, but me and Randy, we've been in this industry. We could do this for days.
Yeah.
We could Randy could put a team chat with, hey, if you guys can have 5 great trainings, what would they be? Give some ideas, and then Randy can make a list, and that could be like, literally, that could be the syllabus for the next 10 to 12 weeks, next 12 weeks, the next quarter. We can have some really cool trainings on what you guys want to learn, and we'll be prepared for you guys. So cool.
I appreciate you, Calvin. Thank you for your time. We'll get you off of here. And for the next event, I believe we are preparing one. I was supposed to give some dates actually to Jim. Our next convention here at Jifu is going to be I don't know, it's August, July.
Okay.
But we'll let you guys know that. And then we have a presentation tomorrow. So I appreciate you. I'm gonna get you off here, Calvin. Listen, we've helped enough.
All right, later, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Tomorrow, y'all, we are having another call, 8 p.m. This is going to be a presentation call, but we're going to be introducing one of our Forex traders. He's going to talk about his strategy and everything, and then I'm going to lead right into the presentation. So feel free, share the flyer, get to invite your folks, take some notes from this call here, and I will see you all on the call tomorrow. So I'm going to play us out with some music here. Appreciate you all for hopping on. And everything that we do, let's continually leave our mark and leave our legacy. I appreciate you guys. Let's rock. Peace. Stop the recording.